Hi, Ms. Lopez. My name's Alex. I'm a student of physical therapy.
Hi,
Just
Alex.
coming in to check up on you a little bit. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
Good? Okay. So what we're going to use here, this is called the Masimo Mighty Sat. What it's going to do is just measure your pulse rate, which is just the number of times your heart's beating per minute.
Okay.
Your perfusion index, which is the ratio of pulsatile blood flow to non-pulsatile or static blood flow in the tissues. So basically how well your blood is getting around to your tissues. And then it's also going to measure your functional O2 saturation, which is the amount of oxyhemoglobin expressed as a percentage of hemoglobin available for oxygen transport. So basically that's the number, or how well your hemoglobin in your blood cells is binding oxygen and transporting it to your tissues, okay?
Okay. Makes sense.
So, the nice thing about this one is that I'm able to plug it into my phone, and it gives us a little app and a nice visual to track your history and things like that, okay?
Okay.
So as you can see, your oxygen saturation is up here, your pulse rate is going to be expressed here, and your perfusion index is going to be expressed down here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now, if you'll just give me your index finger, place that in there. Great. So give it a second. It's going to take a second to start reading your pulse. Okay, and as you can see, your O2 saturation is up at 98, which is really good. Your pulse rate's 74, your perfusion index is 41. And what you can also do with this, if you click the history tab down here, is it keeps track of a history so just so you know like where you've been and if you're improving.
Okay, great.
So we'll go ahead and take this off. This costs about $250 and you can get it anywhere, Amazon, other healthcare supply websites.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about some indications and contraindications of when and when you should not use the Masimo Mighty Set. First, some indications. The Masimo Mighty Set is a Class B device. It is effective during static and dynamic situations. It works well for well and also poorly perfused individuals, and those individuals need to be at least 66 pounds or more. Next, some contraindications. Contraindications include not using this device during MRI, in any moist environments, during defib, during electrosurgery, and with flammable anesthetics. Also, let's talk about some do-nots with the Masimo Mighty Set. Some of the do-nots that you don't want to do is use it when it's damaged. Also, you do not want to attempt self-repair with this device. Also, you need to make sure that you do not place it anywhere where it can fall on top of a patient. Also, you want to use tape to secure when using the device. And using the lanyard may cause strangulation if you're not careful with where you place it. Also, do not use this with a pacemaker.
So with the Masimo Mighty Sat, there are pros and cons to this device as with any other device. Some of the pros are that it is very quick and mobile. As you saw in the demonstration, it only took a few seconds before the reading was able to be read, and it was easily inputted into a cellular device or a computer. Also, it is very non-invasive since they just have to put their finger in it instead of a blood test or anything like that. Furthermore, it also tells you a lot of information very quickly. As Alex had mentioned, it had told you the O2 saturation, blood pressure, heart rate, and perfusion index. Also, it is only $250, so it is very cost effective if you're in a training environment. And as research shows, this device is very accurate in comparison to 3 other leading perfusion devices in its class. However, some cons are that it cannot be used on children or people under the 66 pounds, so it cannot be used in a large population, in a large majority of our population, and you can't use it in certain situations, like in the operating room, in an MRI, when the person is being defibrillated, or when they are using flammable anesthetics. But to end on a positive note, 2 more pros to this device is that it's very good for training purposes because it's mobile and you can use it on the field or anywhere that someone needs to see their O2 saturation. And in the app it tells you the history, so you can keep track of how your O2 levels and if they're improving in your heart rate and things like that, depending on the activity that you're doing.
Whew. Hey Doc,
How's it
how's
going?
it going?
Good. How are you doing, Miss Lopez?
Good, just got done with a run, a little out of breath.
Oh, really? Okay, well, then this will be a good time to use the Mighty Sat. Let's just get your index finger in here one more time, and we'll take a look at your numbers. Searching. Wow, okay, well, for just getting done with a run, you're looking pretty fit. So I'll record that in the history, and it looks like you're good. This just goes to show that the Masimo Mighty Sat is also good in active settings, not only in hospital or clinic settings. Masimo is located in Irvine, California.